the cloud, okay? Okay, that's set that going. So good evening, everybody, and welcome to this evening's Zoom call. I do apologise that I was slightly late, but as I've explained, UK time zone has gone back 1 hour. We've gone back to Greenwich Mean Time from British Summertime. So, like I say, I'm afraid I'm a little bit late. I've missed the brief update from King Ben, who I do understand has been out to Dubai and experienced the offices of Dalversal, which must have been an absolutely fantastic experience. We did have the pleasure of having a Zoom call with King Ben within the week. And it was great to see. We got to meet the CSO and CMO, Mohammed and Ash, which was fantastic. And it just proves that we're in the correct space at the right time. Okay, the right place at the right time. And what we want to be doing is experiencing everything that they're offering us in order for us to move forward is in a positive manner. Okay. Now, what the Bureau can do is take each step slowly but progressively, and we can aid every member in that journey forward so that nobody's left behind. And clearly, this is a big, big task. Okay. Now, what we want to do is work with you, okay, so that anybody that seems to be having that feeling that they're being left behind, we want you to reach out to us. We want you to communicate with us because we feel as though that is the only way that everybody can move forward progressively, okay? Now, the Bureau have got a fantastic team of members at the moment that are more than willing to not only put their lives on the table to assist you, but we're there at the front line at every given time when we've got spare time. We're always looking at the platform, we're contacting the node managers, we're asking questions, we're working with the tech team, and we've got our finger on the pulse all the time to make sure that we've got all the latest updates, announcements, news, and things that are coming to the platform that's going to get us to where we want to be. Okay. So what we're looking at today, like I say, guys, just bear with me because I'm an hour behind here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to share my screen. Now then, where do we go? Here we go. Deborah, can you hear me? You should be in the... Is Sergeant Deborah there?
We can hear you, General. We can hear you.
Okay.
Yes, I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you,
Right.
General Kev. Loud and clear.
Sergeant Deborah, all I want you to do is just give me the heads up and let me know that you can see. Just bear with me. I just want to get the right window up. Okay, can you see my Telegram page?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so what I'm going to do here for you guys is go through MySpace, your cosmic gateway to the metaverse. Okay, now this is something that was announced earlier in the week, and what this is, it's giving everybody an idea of where Dalversal is going. Okay, now don't worry about it. I'm going to go through each step of this and explain each step in a simple way so that we all understand what Dalversal are doing, because let's face it, the metaverse is quite a complicated thing on the surface of it. But what we want to do is do it in such a way where everybody understands what we're looking at. Okay. So Dalversal, MySpace NFT. Excuse me. Prepare for the forthcoming evolution of Dalversal as we proudly unveil Dalversal MySpace, a cosmic gateway to the metaverse that promises to redefine virtual interactions with an unprecedented level of immersion. Get ready to embark on a journey into a new dimension of virtual meetings and social gatherings. Okay, let me explain what this means. Now, you guys have been going to Zoom calls for probably months and months and months, okay? And we're looking at a screen where we can see everybody's face, okay? Which is a 2D realm. It's a two-dimensional realm. You can hear me speaking, but I'm focusing on the screen and I'm not looking at every single person within this room. What Dalversal are going to do, okay, and this is what we're going to be working towards, is this. Now, let me open up this 3D tour so that you guys get a better idea of what we're going to be looking at. Because in the future, and this could be as soon as within the next week or two, we will be looking at a 3D room similar to this, where we're all, oh, it's walking speed. They've changed this since I looked the other day. Because, let me just, oh, there we go. I'm running now. Right, there we go. So you can see a screen there where that's where you'll be watching the presenter, like myself now. And everybody will be a 3D avatar, like a character sitting or standing around where you'll be able to talk, converse between yourselves, or watch the screen with the presentation. Now, from that, you can actually talk, you can text, or you can watch the presentation at the same time. So what you're getting is a more realistic community, okay, where people can interact at a better level than what we used to. Now, I can clearly see and I understand that many people will be saying, oh, that's really complicated and technical. Well, this is where the Bureau are going to help every single one of you guys to make it easy. And believe me, it is easy. Because what I do personally, I do small YouTube tutorials on everything that every member has to do in order to succeed in this platform. Okay, now this is going to make it fun, it's going to make it interactive, but most of all, it's going to make it work. And that's what we're looking for. We need it to work. Okay, so that gives you an idea of the room that we'll be collecting ourselves, we'll be getting ourselves, gathering ourselves in a room together, just like a meeting or a webinar, and we'll be watching the screen. So let me take you back to this. Okay, so Dalversal MySpace features. So take me, for example. I'm going to purchase the MySpace Premium NFT. And this is what I'll be able to do. And anybody else that wants to do this, there's two different versions. They've got your free version. So everybody gets the opportunity to host their own MySpace. Now, in that, it's very basic. You can't customize it. You can only have 15 people in there. And what was the other thing? Oh, yes. You have 30 minutes of screen time. That's the way I understand it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through each section of this and explain what MySpace Premium does. And this is what you get if you purchase the NFT, okay, which is being launched in 2 days' time. So Dalversal MySpace features. It says here you can customize your space. You can tailor your virtual environment to match your unique style and preferences. So that means that you can alter the seating, you can alter the flooring, you can have different screens up and etc. You can make your home to the way you design it, okay? Create your own server. You empower yourself to forge your digital domain, shaping it to your desires. Now, this is a little bit more complex, but this will cover people like myself who will be, I host the Metaverse Masterminds chat show. Now, I should be able to host that chat show directly not only to YouTube, but into MySpace too. So that's the technical side of things, okay? No time restrictions. Now that's for the premium version with the NFT. Experience the freedom of limitless engagement. Your virtual adventures are not bound by time. Now, I paid for a Zoom room not so long back, and I was limited to 100 members. With this one, I think you can invite up to 200 for that, the cost of that NFT. And that's not a monthly cost, that's a one-off payment for life if you want it to be, okay? And there's no time restriction on that either. I can host up to 200 guests in my MySpace, and I can stream 24/7 if I want to, okay? So there's no time restrictions. I can invite up to 200 guests, which I feel is quite sufficient. Extend your cosmic invitation up to 200 friends, colleagues, or fellow explorers. Now you can have this in public or private mode. You can decide whether to host your gatherings in a public space for everyone to join or keep them intimate and private. Now that's a good idea because you've got the choice of both. Let's say, for instance, I want to gather up my family and I want to have a Christmas get together, but I'm abroad, but I don't want to miss out of catching up with my family on a personal level. I can set my room to personal and host my own family get together online. Then tomorrow, I want to host a webinar with the African members. I can then open it up to the public in order to do that, so anybody can join. So you've got that availability, you've got that option to choose between the two. Presentation mode, it speaks for itself. You can elevate your interactions with the ability to host engaging presentations and structured content sharing, just like we're doing in here with Zoom, but we won't be using Zoom anymore. We'll be using this MySpace. Now, don't forget, guys, we'll teach you how to do that. We'll teach you how to create your own 3D avatar, which I'll go through in a few moments. Okay, voice and text chat. You can communicate effortlessly through both voice and text, bridging the gap between real and virtual. So like I say, guys, we've got 200 people in the room. We can all be chatting together, or we can mute it and we can all text. If there's a presentation going on, we could just text while everybody's being quiet and the Zoom presentation goes forth. So we've got all those different capabilities within MySpace. And I like this one, tons of add-ons. I mean, this is like Christmas. This will be like Christmas for a child. Tons of add-ons. If there's anything the general loves, it's gadgets. I love tinkering. I love tweaking buttons and pressing buttons. That's the add-ons that's going to be available, and tons of them. I can't wait. Okay. So in NFT information. So the NFT information is October the 31st, 7 AM Gulf Standard Time, as this marks the moment your journey begins. Now, again, guys, please, I was late today because they keep playing with our time zones and it really confuses the general. At the end of the day, when I wake up, I'll be purchasing an NFT. That's the way I look at it, okay? But it is 7 AM GST for those that want to get up, you know, first thing. So the total supply, there will be, it says 5,000, but I have been told it's 499, whatever. There's 5,000 NFTs will be available, making each one a unique and limited piece of the metaverse. Okay. Now, you guys need to understand that 5,000 NFTs now seems to be rather a lot. But what I will say is within the next year or two, they will be in demand, no doubt, because 5,000 is not many at all when you understand what's going to happen in the next 5 years with the metaverse and how it's evolving. Okay, so we can look at it from 2 points of view. The first point of view is for our use. What can I do with my space? I can do a lot. I can host webinars like this. I can do tutorials like we are doing today. I can host my broadcast chat show like I do every Friday evening. But what could I do with another NFT? There's a bargaining ability there. Okay, so somebody with the readies, with the amount of spare Ethereum, because that's what you buy it in, if they wanted to, they could purchase one now and hold it until it goes up in value and then put it up for sale. And you could actually make money on these. So there's 2 ways of looking at this 5,000 NFTs. Okay, it's very, very well worth looking into the NFT market space and seeing what is the availability and you know, the value of an NFT. Okay, so the price. Secure your place in this cosmic gateway for just 0.2 Ethereum per NFT. Okay, guys, the generals had a look into this, and I'll try and explain what I'm doing. And don't forget, guys, I don't offer financial advice. Never have done, never will do. But I do offer telling you what I do, okay? Now, I looked at 0.2 Ethereum at the beginning of the week, and it was 320 USDT. And some people might think that's quite a lot of money, okay? I've had a look at 0.2 Ethereum today, and it's nearly 380 USDT. So clearly, if I'd have had the available funds at the beginning of the week, it would have paid me to buy the Ethereum at the beginning of the week in ready for Tuesday when the NFTs are for sale, because that Ethereum would have been cheaper. So because I've got my USDT now, I'm not going to buy the Ethereum at the moment because I predict it may go down next week. I don't know. I'm not a magician, but I just like watching the market. So my advice is watch the price of Ethereum. Try and work out, is it going to go up or down? Because if it goes up, you might be better off buying now. If you predict it's going to go down, you might be better waiting. Okay, that's not my choice to tell you what to do, but that's my explanation of don't just jump in and buy. Try and work out whether you can save some money by waiting a day. Okay, so it's always worth looking at the market to see what the price of Ethereum is before purchasing that NFT, because like I say, it's changed. I think it was 35 to 40 USDT, and clearly we're all trying to save money at the moment. Okay, so is there a purchase amount? There are no purchase limits. The cosmos is open to your limitless exploration. Now, I have seen, I think it's on the website, I do believe there's a maximum of 5 NFTs per account. So I don't know why that says that. Ben, are you available? Can you clarify on that? I do believe there's 5 maximum per account. In fact, what I'm going to do is try and my assets. No, I can't. I will get that. I'll clarify that and I'll post it in the group. But be aware, I think there is a 5 limit. Okay. So available on OpenSea. Some people know what OpenSea is. OpenSea is one of the biggest NFT marketplaces online. Okay. Hypernation hosted their NFTs on OpenSea, and I've traded NFTs on OpenSea for a couple of years now, and I've had no problems whatsoever. I host the Bureau of Forefront NFTs on OpenSea, and I had an incident 2 weeks ago where somebody had cloned an NFT from the Bureau. And I'm not joking, guys, within minutes of me reporting the incident to OpenSea, they had resolved the problem in literally 5 minutes. They'd taken down the cloned NFT and given us the rights back to our copyright NFT. So OpenSea is a perfect platform for what we're working with Dalversal. So I can guarantee to members that OpenSea is a very good choice that Dalversal has decided on. Okay. Reselling on OpenSea. Now, this is another thing, guys. Once you own an NFT, you'll have the opportunity to resell it on OpenSea, allowing others to join this cosmic journey. So what that means is, if you decide to purchase it and then think, I'm not really getting much value out of this, I can make better use of selling it and trying to make some money out of it, then you've got that right to do that. And then, of course, you could purchase another one in the future, because that's the way it works. It's an NFT, much the same as the Bureau of Forefront NFTs. You can trade them, you can sell them, you can make money, you can sell them, you can lose money. This is the thing that you've got to be careful of, okay? So that goes through the notes that Dalversal have given us to look into what MySpace is all about, all the information and the description of what we're looking at. So what I'm going to do now, guys, because you might be thinking, how do we use it though? How do we get in there? So what I'm going to do now is show you guys the website called Ready Player Me. Can I get a nod? Are we seeing Ready Player Me? We are. Okay, let me just adjust my screen so that I can see my account. Now I'm already logged into it, and this website is called readyplayer.me. And Buddykins will put a link in the chat group, or we'll put it in the Telegram groups when we've finished this Zoom. But what this is, guys, this gives everybody the ability to create their own free avatar, their 3D visualization of themselves. And you'll know what I mean when I show you. So I am logged in. When you create your account, I have done a tutorial on this as well for everybody to look at in their own time and work out at their own speed on how to do this, okay? But what I will say is, when you create your account, you're creating a player account, not a developer, okay? The developer is Dalversal. The player are us, okay? So create a free account and then you enter the hub. And when you enter the hub, it brings up your avatars, okay? Now, this is one that I've created. And if you, that's home, if you go to my avatars, you can create as many avatars as you please, all free of charge. Now you can use whichever avatar you want within MySpace. We are not aware of how to link everything up at this time, but what we can say is there's nothing wrong with every single member creating a free account in Ready Player Me and creating at least one free avatar. They're all free. You can have 20 if you want, but at least if you've got one, you're on the bottom rung of the ladder in order to enter MySpace. So, okay, guys, so how do we do this? So let's just imagine that you're a new account holder, and up here it says create new avatar. So I'll show you how to do it. So click on create new avatar, click on that button there, and it starts with the absolute basics of male or female. Clearly I'm male, so I'll leave that there. Let me just move this button across here so I can see what I'm doing. Now you can scroll in and out with your mouse, and you can actually do some wonderful things with Ready Player Me. Now you can create a character that you would like to be in the metaverse, or you can create a character to look very realistic. And let me show you what I mean by that. If I go back and show you my avatars. I think it's this one. If I click on this, if you zoom into this, I think it's this one. Yes, it is. That picture, that facial expression with the glasses and everything, believe it or not, that is actually my face that I superimposed onto that avatar. And I'll show you how I do that. So you go back, go to my avatars. I've got to start again now. So create your new avatar. Oh, we're female this time. No, I don't think so. Let's go to male again. Okay, so how you do that, what I've just shown you, you take a photo with your laptop, or you can choose a file with a photo of your own face and you can upload it. And what that does, it's like artificial intelligence, it's AI. And what it'll do, it will take the image of your face and it will put it on the avatar itself. Okay. Now, it won't put glasses on. Clearly, I wear glasses, but it doesn't put glasses on. You can add those down the sidebar to the right. So all it does is take your facial features. If you've got chubby cheeks or a pointy chin or a stubby nose or blue eyes, all those features it'll pick up on and it will put them on your avatar. Now, this isn't me because this is just a general image. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to take a photo and upload mine. I've just shown you that demonstration. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a completely different avatar. So what I want to start with is facial features. I'm not going to bother with eyes because I'm going to give him some sunglasses or tinted glasses, okay? Nose, mouth, do we want a goatee beard? Maybe so. Let's have a look. There you go. So you can alter every single part of this 3D avatar to suit your personal needs. Okay. So down here you have all the different types of goatees, mustaches, beards, everything you want. So that's your facial features, your eyes, your eyebrows, your nose. Let's have a look at the nose. How about a pointy nose? And you can see it altering as you're shaping it, it alters it to your requirements. Okay. So let's have a look at the hairstyle. I don't quite like that hairstyle. So let's have a look and see if I can do one similar to my own. How about this one? Okay, just a little bit. I've got more hair than that, I think. Okay, that's a little bit better, but my age isn't doing me much good at the moment, so I'm a little bit grayer there. That's a little bit better. Let's have a look at this one. There you go. That's a little bit more like it. Okay, guys. So as you can see, you can change every aspect of that person. Oh, hang on a minute. I did say I was going to give him tinted glasses. So let's have a look down the menu. There's the glasses. So click that, and there you can see you've got a whole array of different glasses that you could try. Let's have some reindeer glasses for Christmas, eh? There, you could try anything, but we'll just stick to the tints for now, okay? There you go. All right, so that's looking pretty cool. So scroll out. He's got a t-shirt and jeans on. Do we want to change them? No, but I don't fancy the trainers. So let's have a look at the footwear. Now that'll be in clothes in the right-hand column there, and there's your footwear. So how about a pair of boots? Let's see if that suits him any better. Let's just that's not too bad. We'll keep it at that. Okay, so you've created your avatar, and don't forget, if you want to change a t-shirt or give him a jacket, why not? It's a bit chilly in August over here. We're looking at October. It's a bit chilly, so give him a coat as well. Now about a hat. If you go down the bottom, you can choose a hat as well. Okay, bingo. Just waiting for the internet to catch up with me. There we go. So he's got a beanie on as well. So as you can see, guys, fully doable. You can adjust anything with that avatar. So when you're happy with your avatar, whatever you want to look like, because don't forget, this is what you're going to look like in MySpace. So all you have to do then, once you're happy with that, is go to the top right and click next. Okay, and that is it. It saves it as your default avatar. Okay, just like that. And that's it. So you guys can go through that in your spare time. You can create your 3D avatar at your own speed. And don't forget, guys, you don't have to remember what I've just told you, because I've already created a tutorial that you can stop and pause and work through everything that I've just done already. I've done a tutorial ready for you. Okay. And like I said, don't forget, you can create 2 or 3 avatars. Look at this one. If tomorrow you fancy going in as, oh, who does that look like? It's Neo out of the Matrix, the film. Yeah, you can be whoever you want to be in the in the metaverse. Okay, so there you go, guys. All right, I'm going to come back into the webinar. I'm going to stop streaming. And hopefully Sergeant Deborah's here to take over. Sergeant Deborah, how was that? Was that satisfactory? And is there anything else you wanted me to cover in this evening's tutorial?
Yes, Kip, that was presented very well, and you went through the comprehensive part of it, which is what Jonah has requested. And
Excellent.
he does see a need for people to, to blend with the correct, description of what is expected in the MySpace product. And also, considering that, whatever is brought to the opportunity, we have to assist the community into familiarity and understanding. You get to a point where you realize that there's so many people that are actually well experienced in in technology, and they want to develop themselves. They see this as an opportunity, but the phase, you start at the beginning of the phase with the understanding part and make them understand what they are expected to understand in order for them to navigate accordingly into what the scope of the business is. So that was well presented. It was well detailed. And Jonah wants it simplified for people. And the fact that he wants it simplified is also, I would say, compassion towards people, because although it is presented in that format, that is a business format, of course. The company has to match such protocols, but as for the community, a simplified version, that's where the frontline leaders are kicking into making the community understand at their level and blend through with the launches that are coming through, in spaces. So that was well done.
Absolutely.
Also,
now, sorry, go ahead.
I'm listening. Okay,
yeah, sorry.
I was just going to say.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, I was just going to say there's quite a lot that our vessel will unpack as well. It's just within the 2 days or from the weekend, just to assist the community to fall, part of the measures with the MySpace. But our vessel, on their behalf, they will be featuring a full cover on MySpace, in a business capacity, also covering the broader community as new members and also the current members which are coming from previous projects, of course. So it's just within 2 days from the 31st, we will also learn more. It's not that we know everything about MySpace, but we've been, requested to meet the community halfway, you see. But that was well done. Thank you so much. There's nothing much to add on it at this stage, because we're just waiting for the unpacking of the exclusive intro from the company itself.
Okay, yeah, we had a fantastic call on Friday on the chat show, and something that we identified that I want to bring up with the wonderful members that have joined us tonight, and thank you for joining us. We have 50 participants in the room this evening, and I'm really pleased that members are engaging with the tutorial and the Zoom this evening. What I wanted to bring forward to this Zoom from what we had in the chat show was that many members are starting to identify the difference between what we had before and what we have now. Okay, let me just put this screen back where it should be. Okay. Members are starting to see the difference with what we've got with Dalversal now to what we had before. And what we're looking at now, and this is why I did a demonstration on the 3D avatar, because the members each have their own fun way of engaging with the whole platform. With previous platforms, we didn't even have that. We felt as though we were a non-entity and we were just reading documents and looking at a screen where somebody, you just looked at, like me, you know, you would be watching me, you would be listening and learning, and then I'd go and that'd be it, you know, and you'd sort of be stuck there thinking, I don't know what I just watched and I don't know how to go forward with this. Now, what we've got with MySpace, and this is what I want, you know, members that have been great coming here to watch us this evening, what I want them to understand is we're moving into a completely different, fun way of interacting with each other. And we're going to be learning at such a different level than what we have experienced in the past. Even me, you know, a techno wizard that has been in the computer industry since I was so big, you know, I love the concept, I really do, because this is what we've been working towards in, I don't like to say my age and my grey hair, but the amount of years that I've been working towards a good platform. Now we're getting the results, okay? With the 3D metaverse and Dalversal delivering what we've been working for, and I can safely say it's a good 30 years, okay? Now we've got King Ben has raised his hand himself, and I would love him to come on and yeah, you're already unmuted, Ben. Love him to come on and give us his opinion regarding what I've just said. Okay, Ben. Hi.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening to you, General, and thank you very much for unpacking that one. I want to have an understanding that I'm made to understand that there is this is not going to be the numbers of NFTs that we're going to have here. They are also a limited number. The idea is to get them sold out like we did with the planets. So if you missed the planets, you shouldn't be missing getting yourself a MySpace NFT. This is very, very, very important because when this is not mentioned, people think that it's going to be available forever. It's probably not going to be available forever. It's going to be, there is a limited number, if I may, is in the region of 4,900. Now, that being the case, all the people, and this is not only for members of a Dalversal only, this is for everybody. You've got corporate companies that are out there that needs space to work with. You have got, you can broaden it up as much as you like it. You have got other MLM companies that really will need this service because What is happening now? We are talking now on Zoom. This has got nothing to do with DAO Vessel. Imagine now, all of a sudden, we're in a meeting in a DAO Vessel space, and someone asks you a question. What does DAO Vessel do? What's their product? And you're like to them, you're sitting in one of their meetings. This is DAO Vessel. You know, where you are in a meeting, which is a virtual augmented reality kind of like a meeting, and you already understand it does sell itself, but it's very important for all the leaders. If you are out there to grow a community, this is the best space to be. It will give you an opportunity to really have time with your people at any given time. I'm not quite sure if it's available. I'm always a product kind of like a thinking person. You probably could rent it out. Someone says, hey, listen, I want a decentralized session where I can have a meeting with my people. I don't want somewhere where it's going to be registered, recorded. And you're like, okay, there you are. Get this one, log in, call in your guys, come sit around, and everybody's sitting there is like, wow. So this is going to be very, very interesting. It's going to give guys like Zoom and all that kind of stuff an opportunity to look into upgrading themselves if they cannot going to be cooperating themselves into it. Yes, we do have limitation in terms of numbers that are going to be in there per room. We're sitting at around 200. If it has to be pushed up, it's going to be a little bit, but 200 it is. So imagine you are a leader and you can have, we have got 50 of us now. So in the next coming 3 or so days, we're not going to be sending out a Zoom link because I'm ready to buy one myself. We're not going to be sending out a Zoom link. We're going to be sending out a MySpace link. And you're going to be in our own. You know what I'm saying? So everybody has to have that understanding that there's development, there's passion, there's growth. And in terms of the bread and butter side of things, guys, there is always benefits to everything. If you don't understand it now, just do what you have to do. You won't regret it later because this is the best thing. And thank you very much, General, because I haven't done my own avatar. And your lecture there, I'm checking it. I'm like, okay, it's time I sit down and do it and make it my profile picture and all that kind of stuff, because I'm realizing with the way life is going on, decentralized life is becoming the best way of how to live your life. And thank you very much. I really appreciate that one. I just wanted to make sure that everybody understand that this is the in thing. If you are missing it, if you missed the Bitcoins right at the inception, stop missing everything, because this is it. It doesn't get better than this at this stage of time. These guys are way ahead of their own time.
This is our golden opportunity, King Ben, because like you said, you know, not only have we got a good platform, but this is the future. And something that I wanted to touch on here, okay, I've got an unstable internet connection. Is everybody hearing me okay? I've just got a warning on my screen. Okay, I've got a thumbs up, so I should be okay. Just give us a warning if I have any problems. Okay, regarding whether we could rent out our MySpace. Now, this is a little bit technical, but I'll just give you an idea of how this works, because General Kev is a bit of a programmer, and I understand how we can work with this. And working with Web3, what we're looking at the moment is when you purchase an NFT, it is bound to your wallet address. Okay, I think we all understand that. But immediately people would think, well, no, you can't rent it out because you would have to give that person access to your wallet address. It's not actually that way that I would think that we could utilize this. I am working on a way at the moment where we could make it possible to rent out our MySpace, okay, and it wouldn't affect your wallet address. Now, my broadcast chat show is done through 3 third-party software, okay, but I could use that to program it to do MySpace as well. So what I'm looking at is I'm going to be programming that to work with MySpace. And what I would be doing is not renting my wallet address, I'd be renting the software so that people could rent into that account in order to use MySpace. So you don't have to give your wallet address away. So leave that with me, King Ben, because you know the general, he likes to dig and he likes a solution. Okay. So even though a lot of people would think, I'm not giving me wallet address, so it doesn't exist, the general doesn't settle for no. You know, there is no such thing in my vocabulary where there is no answers. There's always an answer. Okay, so I'm working on this because I think it's a great idea that we could offer our MySpace availability to rent. So that could be an income provider for somebody that does purchase a MySpace NFT. So I am working on it, King Ben. You know, the general works very hard to bring value to every member in Dalversal. So I'm working on
Yeah.
it, sir. Okay.
Thanks, General. The other thing I wanted to highlight is that, of course, if possible, immediately this is open, immediately, not 2 seconds later, immediately this is available. Can we just have a quick short video of how to get this NFT attached to your wallet and everything else exactly there, how to do it? If not the video, can we have a quick Zoom call on it? And so that when we have a meeting on Wednesday, as we usually would do, we want to be using our own. So let's do it. We're ready to rock and roll.
Okay, yeah, I totally agree. What I will say is there has been some confusion as to the process on how to connect everything up. So at the moment, I haven't got all the details yet. I do suspect I do know how it happens, and it goes against what we've already heard. So I want that to be 100% confirmed before I look into it. And obviously, as I purchase my NFT premium, I will be doing a screenshot, a recording of that as well, so everybody can see exactly what I do to purchase mine, how I connect up the wallet, and how I connect up my avatar to that as well. So as long as the process is available, as soon as it's available, I will do a tutorial on that. No problem.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate that, the General. And I think I want to mention it again, just to appreciate each and everybody in terms of how we're moving into the rankings. It's so exciting to see everybody ranking up. Everybody now has understood it, that that's you with your team. You need one person on your on your tier 1 or level 1 who's got that ion land, and on your level 2 and on your level 3, then you are an elite. And then what happens then is that everything starts popping up to level 6. So you then get things quickly moving. I'm being general with my way things are happening, because people are looking for that is the most important part. The technology is an extra layer that they are excited about, but everybody says, well, I want my money. So we should always not miss that point out, to say, this is how you can do it at a thunder lightning quick speed of how to get your TFA out. And that is the most important thing. And then we enjoy the extras as we move along. But I can tell you my level of belief in Tau Vessel went from right at the bottom straight through the ceiling into the skies. I'm good to go. I'm all game, and thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem, Ben. And what I can confirm is that within the Bureau, we have now at least 2 members that have hit the withdrawal stage of 30% on the TFA. And what we're doing, we're helping members to understand that process. I believe I'm at 28, nearly 29%, so I'm nearly there as well. And what I'm doing is opening up my account to show people that it's genuine, that it's working. Every day I get many, many members that want to know that. Is it genuine? Is it working? And I'm more than willing to show people my account to show them that it's working. Okay, I'm going through a couple of questions in the chat box now, and please guys, seriously, don't think we're leaving anybody behind. I've got a message here. Let me just pick this one up. Please note there are some of us who are struggling who has not migrated assets. Yes, we do understand, and please don't think we're ignoring you. We're not. We are. I'll tell you what my day consists of, guys. Okay, this will give you an idea of the day of the general. Okay, and you will be shocked, yeah, because a lot of my family don't understand me at all. I wake up, I have about 3 or 4 cups of tea before I even function. Okay, and my laptop at least 2 hours. Okay, because of the build up of messages to me asking me questions. So I don't have a break for at least 2 hours. Okay, then I have a breather. I have a walk around and try and get off the devices because my health condition, I've got to be careful of how much online time I spend. And then I'm back to the internet again, answering questions, looking at technology, how things have developed, what's happening. And the majority of them are tech support questions. Okay. Now, one thing I would like to bring to the group this evening, and this is a really important fact, actually. Somebody pointed it out in Discord this evening. A lot of people have been missing buttons from their back office. Their charge button's been missing, or their collect button's been grayed out, or their TFA button's missing altogether for some unknown reason. Now, guys, there's a very simple fix for this, and it works 9 out of 10 times. Okay. Some people will say, oh, contact tech support. I'm saying don't, not straight away. And I'll tell you why. There's a really simple reason why. If everybody runs to tech support, they'll get 1,000,001 support messages when there might not be need to, because the solution is log out, clear your browser's history of cookies and your browser history, clear them out, okay, and then log back in, and chances are 9 out of 10 times everything works perfectly well. Now, you imagine what the tech support team says when it's as simple as that. And they've got 1,000,001 support. And then we get members saying tech support's not answering me. They won't, because they've got 1,000,001 questions saying the same thing when there's no need to reply to them. So this is the general's advice. Okay, if you come upon a problem such as missing buttons, or the TFA's not showing up, or something reasonably simple but irritating, log out, clear the history of your browser, log back in and see if it's resolved. If it hasn't, then come to Telegram and ask for our support. And if it's something that we can't help with you, we'll give you the tech support link to contact tech support. Because the truth of the matter is, guys, tech support have got a lot of work on. Okay, so if we can minimize the work that we send to them, that's going to help the platform tenfold. Okay, we need to help them to help us. So if we've got a genuine technical problem that needs resolving, they're not going to have to filter out 1,001 messages that don't need assistance when we can help you online. Okay, so just something to bear in mind, guys. You know, don't always run to tech support, because we're always available online to give you some tips like that that might just resolve it. Okay. Let me just go back. There was another thing. Private Winnie says, how are the 200 participants going to join the space? They won't need to use your wallet address. No, your wallet address hosts the NFT. Now that NFT is unique and it is the key to your MySpace. Okay. Nobody else can operate the server that is connected to your NFT. Okay, now that NFT hosts a lot of information, computer programming and information that allows people like me to program my software in order to broadcast through MySpace. Okay, there will be a simple interface, but there should hopefully be a complicated interface for people like me, techno geeks, that will do our own version of servers and so forth through MySpace, because I get guests on and stuff like that from all around the world that will be able to join as well. Hence what I was saying about renting it out. But I'll do another tutorial on that. That's a bit more technically advanced. But no, they won't need your wallet address. We will go through that when we find out how we send all our viewers to MySpace. Okay, so that'll be coming up within the next 2 days. Be assured the general will be straight on it, figuring it all out like the pioneer he is. Absolutely, because like I say, the general's day is internet. You know, sometimes I have to go shopping or attend appointments and so forth, but my day is revolving at the moment around Dalversal, around technical support, around getting the information so that you guys are not left behind. That's the day of the general. Okay, so if you understand that, you'll have the reassurance that we will help you guys. Okay, please note there are some of us. Oh, I've gone through that one, sorry, and we will not forget you. Yeah, okay,
there's one that talks about my upline is still Dalversal, even though I filled Google form when it is going to be, when is it going to be corrected?
Was that a change of upline, Ben?
Yeah, it's a change of upline question. Obviously, I don't want to answer it from a knowing point of view, but
Okay.
they just completed the whole thing of receiving. I think they are working on it, unless generally you've got something different to that, maybe specific knowledge.
Okay, right. I found the comment in the chat box. My upline is still Dalversal, even though I filled Google form. When is it going to be corrected? Okay. Right. When we joined the African community, we said that we would tell everything truthful, and this is what I know up to now. The first thing that we've got to understand is we don't know whether you will get changed or not. Okay. Corporate will be looking at every individual request on its own basis. Okay. If they consider it to be a good reason for that change, then they will go ahead with it. Okay. I don't have a say on that. All I can do is pass on the information that I've been told from my node manager. And they said that they will be working through the list of requests as and when they come through. So I'm sorry, I can't give you a date on that. What I can say is, if that request benefits not only you, but Dalversal and your new upline, then most definitely they will be considering that. So unfortunately, I can't give you a complete answer on that, but I can give you the answer of what we know. And that is they will be considering it, and you will hear from them if it's a positive answer. Okay, hopefully that's answered that question. Winnie, you are right. Yeah, they're still working it. I'll let you know. But that gives you a little bit more insight into it. If it's just a general request to change and there's no reason for it, they may not allow it. That's all I'm saying. Okay. And that's purely because that's what they've told us. To take note, the Google Form application is still under review of Diversal Management. Okay, yeah, Deborah's covered exactly what I've just said there as well. You guys, if anybody's got any questions, please raise your hand and come on microphone. And I'm going to open it up to any of the Bureau members if they'd like to come on and speak about anything. Give my voice a break because the general's not been 100% well this week. And I am really pushing it, you know. So if anybody wants to come on and say a few words about what they've learned about MySpace or what we're heading into this week, then please raise your hand and come on the stage. Okay, we have Coach Leon. I've asked you to unmute, Coach.
Hi guys.
Let me
Hi,
bring
hi.
you.
It's on music. Okay.
Hi, Leon.
Hi, Kevin. Good job. King Ben, good job in your explanation. Thanks for going out there and getting your belief to the next level. You know, that's awesome. Like we discussed, if you need to be there to do that, that's what you do. You know what I mean? And that definitely work out in your favor and the community favor, which is very appreciative. In terms of what Kevin was saying, that the system having a lot of upgrades, and every time it upgrade itself, this information that's stored in your cookie is not accurate with what's in the system. So therefore, things gonna be missing because all the buttons and those stuff is usually be stored in your cookies. So if it change something in the system, the software that's on your cookies cannot match up what's in the system, therefore it wouldn't show up. So that's the reason to rebooting your browsers so that those things don't happen. So that's why, like Kevin said, don't go to the system to the tech support to satisfy that because it's unnecessary. Just reboot your things because it's been frequently upgrading the system, and that's what's going on, and that's why they don't add up and line up. So that's one thing. In terms of the community, in terms of growth and so forth, we're looking at like everybody, like King Ben said and Kevin saying that we need to keep educating ourselves, keep growing ourselves, not only in just information, but in our emotional state. Everything that goes on triggers your emotion, let you know you feel about something or you don't feel about something. But as you learn, those feelings gonna neutralize and it becomes better because more knowledge remove fear, because action remove fear. So you become more brave in the field what we're doing and getting up your and also increase your intelligence so you can support your team. That the goal is to get everybody in a position where they can start helping the team. But you really grow as an individual when you help somebody else. Because when you help somebody else, you get a chance to think a little bit. When you're in your own head, you don't think. You don't think as much as if you're trying to reach somebody else's thought process. Then you got to analyze, get over your own biases to help them. And that's what help you grow in the process. So that's one the point of view in terms of reaching out to others and helping themselves. It give you a chance to do that. So in terms of that, and I'd like to thank Deborah for all the stuff that she's doing. You know, she's working hard in the background there and in front. You know what I mean? I want to definitely let you know that she's appreciated in the community and what she is doing. I mean, and the all buffers is definitely doing their part and growing. You know what I mean? And we keep helping the system as much as we can. We're reaching out there. And I also like thank King Ben and the whole African community for accepting us as part of the process and growing and moving forward. That diversal is like I said, is fall under a moral concept. You know what I mean? Not because we're not directly will benefit from what you guys doing and so forth, but we all benefit if diversal succeed. So that's one of the parts. There's still a self-motivation, even though we would like to say that's not for ourselves. You know, we still motivate ourselves because we're gonna succeed because you succeed. That's a win-win situation. And if it's a win-win, if you win, we win. And that's what it's all about. Okay? So that's what I got for now. And back to you, Kevin.
Yeah, Leon, thank you very much for that. And like I say, you're just clarifying exactly what's going on in General's head. You know, thank you to Deborah for, you know, a brilliant job that she's doing there. And what I want to add to that, Leon, is that when you say it's a win-win situation, you've nailed it with that statement. It is a win-win situation. And what I'm going to add to that is that over the last week or two, I've come to the realization that I've been in this platform for nearly 2.5 years now. And this, in all fairness, is the hardest bit about it, but the most exciting. The most exciting. And that, excuse me, but that is based on the giving, the doing, the development stage. I have never seen anything develop so and progress so positively in all these 2.5 years. I've got to say it. Okay. And what we've got in the Bureau, I'm going to say it because I do believe, I haven't looked, but I do believe most Bureau members are in here. Thank you, everybody that's in the Bureau, for everything that you're doing, because it is hard work. It is hard work. But what we're doing is we're doing that hard work to make it easier for others. You know, but others ought to realize that, you know, we're doing this for everybody, the global community. Okay. We do put our time aside. We don't expect things back. We just expect a smile at the end of the day. That's all we do. So that tomorrow when you wake up, you can wake up with a positive heart. Because if you can start tomorrow with a positive heart, it is that win-win that Coach Leon is speaking about. And that is why all this hard work is well worth it. Okay. I've said it before, guys. In this 2.5 years, there's been more options than one where I've nearly thrown the towel in, but I didn't because I'm made of better stuff. Okay. I shut my laptop, walk away, have a break, and come back and start again. Okay. That's how you get the win-win. And if anybody can take that in the room tonight, if anybody can take that and say, well, if the General can do it, and Coach Leon can do it, and Jay Walking Games can do it, because I know that lad's been through the wars as well. Yeah, we can all do it. We can all do it. Okay. Jay, would you like to come on and say a few words? Are you up for that, or?
Sure. Can you hear
Okay,
me?
well, welcome, Jay. I've lost you now. I can't pin you, sir. You beat me to it. I was going to pin you, so I'll have to find you, but go ahead anyway.
Thank you, General, Coach. King Ben, like I said earlier in the meeting, watching you in the Dubai office, was your joy and excitement was infectious, and your values align with that of the Bureau. You know, we're here to help. It's about the community. And, you know, thinking about MySpace, just briefly going over what you were saying, Kevin, you know, heck, even when we met in the HyperNation Discord server, that's Web 2. So what do I mean by Web 2? Think about the internet you've been using for the last 20 years. It's kind of run its course, hasn't it? Facebook, there used to be a MySpace 20 years ago, blog sites, you know, Twitter, now X, I'm still going to call it Twitter. All these things, even the Zoom that we're on right now, it's like Kevin said, it's 2D. I log into a meeting here on my laptop or on my phone. I may or may not be paying attention, whatever. A talking head is talking, there's slides, you know, I mean, it can get a bit boring sometimes, let's be real. But what you showed us, and I'm thinking that what we saw in MySpace just then is still like this is entry-level beta. You were showing us around that little room, and I was thinking about the add-ons you mentioned. I was thinking about the customization. How can I make that room look? I haven't taken the time to make my avatar yet, but like King Ben said, now that I've seen your tutorial, I want to jump in there and do it. And the thought of, go ahead.
Can I just ask you to explain to the viewers what expertise you have? What's your skill set as in a professional gamer?
Yeah, so I've been a
And you can
gamer.
see it.
I'm 40 years old. I've been a gamer since I was 3 years old. I believe video games aren't just for fun. They are great ways to explore yourself, to connect with others. They can be art, enriching, and I see all of that in MySpace. The idea, and I'm also, I'm a graphic designer, artist, writer, filmmaker. I mean, this is right up my alley. But what I'm seeing with Dalversal and MySpace, and I don't even know what to say. We're just at the beginning. Like, I think a lot of us here in this call, we came over because, man, we wanted that TFA. We wanted our recovered funds. And Dalversal was good enough to give that to us. But like you've said before, we're the beta testers. We're working the bugs out of the system. And we've just barely got a view of what the system's going to be. The fact that they've modeled this around galaxies, star systems, planets, I don't think that's by mistake. This is huge. And when you talk about how this is the beginning of Web 3, I was talking about the Web 2 that we're all familiar with. Can you imagine in 20 years what Web 3 is going to be like? And we're right here at the starting doors with Dalversal.
And
This
like
is a
Leon
fantastic place
pointed
to
out
be.
the other day, we've got a product now.
Yeah.
It's the product that sells. It's the product that gives it value.
And this is just one. Like, they've got so many more products coming. And the idea, like, think about this, guys. Get in there and create your avatar, because even if you don't use MySpace very much or don't think you'll be using it, you'll be using that avatar on your planets and on your land stakes when you're building your houses and hanging out with your friends. Can you imagine, instead of looking at a Zoom screen, we all go into a cool MySpace room that, let's say, Kev has designed, Buddykins has designed, Coach Leon's probably going to have a few, I have a feeling. And then, over at Winnie's Planet, being able to just jump around as your virtual self, like in Ready Player One. And it's just very exciting time. And the last thing I'll say, we think a lot about DeFi, decentralized finance, but one of the things that Dalversal, I feel like I don't know if they coined the term, but they're taking the term to the next level, social fi. And Ben's mentioned this earlier, and it kind of ties into what Coach was saying about win-win. In social fi, like Web 2, you go to Facebook, you use your Facebook, you don't get anything out of it, except you might get personal satisfaction of connecting with your friends or whatever. But in the metaverse, in Dalversal, in MySpace, on the planets, everything you do, you can be rewarded for. That's really exciting.
Well, this speaks for itself, Jason, because I've just told you what my day consists of as a day in the life of the general, and it's mainly Dalversal. I would be lucky if I spend 10 minutes on Facebook now a day, okay?
Right.
I logged in today, and one of my friends said, look, I'm coming off Facebook because it's all adverts now.
Right.
Now, there's nothing wrong with that, but we don't get paid for that. What happens in Dalversal?
We get paid.
You get paid. Okay? You are the value.
Yeah.
You are the value. You are the content creator. Okay? So the possibilities with MySpace and Dalversal, you virtually have your own Facebook, your own social networking environment. That's what you are given by Dalversal to work with. This is humongous. It really is. Now, can I suggest we ask Winnie to come on board and give us her opinion of what this is? And please, anybody that's got any questions, put your hand up. We're running out of time, so we'll ask Winnie to come on board, give her opinion, and then any quick questions at the end of it. So Winnie's, Winnie, ask you to unmute. You should be able to unmute.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we've got you, Winnie. Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, thanks, Jay. Jay's excited. Kev's excited. Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna, what you just said about how we get paid, we don't know the details of that yet, do we? That we're gonna get paid for content, or did I miss the earlier bit?
Okay. in time, we will be able to shape our own destiny within MySpace, where as big companies come on and offer us the advertising opportunities to develop, like we'll be able to show their NFTs within our MySpace, for instance. Okay.
Right, okay.
So just like an advertising billboard, for instance, if we get 200 members in MySpace twice a week, then if you get a big company coming on board, they're more than likely going to give you some money to advertise within your MySpace. That's the way I see it, or that's the way I will be trying to get them to advertise in MySpace. That's the way business works. So
Yeah.
yes, there's so many opportunities, and don't forget what I said in that list. There are loads of add-ons. That's what the
Yes,
add-ons are. Yeah.
yes,
I think they're
yeah.
called SDKs, if I remember right. They're development opportunities where you can offer financial incentives like mining and staking. You'll be able to do that. You'll be able to add that into your own MySpace area. Okay.
I
So
see,
we're
yeah.
jumping the gun here a little bit, guys, but we're
Yes,
looking
yeah,
at the future. Absolutely. So that covers that, I think, Winnie. Okay.
yeah. Actually, well, I wanted to say, well, of course we're excited. And there's, well, yeah, as you said before, we're aware that there are people who have only just joined.
Mhm.
They don't know what's going on. They're not even on board with the TFA. And it's easy, even I feel it, to feel
Yeah.
FOMO, to feel like I'm going to miss out. I can't afford that. I don't
No.
know what it means, or I don't know how to use that. So we understand. Some of us feel the same way.
We do.
Or
Mm.
you know, when some of us have businesses and some of us don't. Some of us are just members like you who, well, we don't yet know what we're going to do. So yeah, we understand. And also I was going to remember, like I said to you, Kev, the speed that this has all happened. It was in March was the first we were talking about Satoshi, and it was only July that we first heard about Dalversal. July, that's
absolutely.
however many.
Absolutely.
This
Now,
is
Winnie is the Bureau of Forefront Statistic Officer. That's what I've promoted her. She's our statistic officer. She crunches numbers all the time. Okay. And what I can say is, Winnie, being the content creators that we are, we have that special ability to adapt to any situation. And I think that's why we're good in the Bureau. Now, that's why we can jump ahead 6 months and we can envisage what we can do, but we can also go right back, which we have to do. Okay. More so on Discord in the Hyphenation groups and whatever, when people come on board and say, what happened to Hyperfund? And I'm like,
Can I withdraw my Hyperverse funds yet?
you know anything about Hyphenation? They've never heard of it. Do we leave them behind? No way. No way. So we've got to be, we've got to be jumping. We're time travelers, if you like. We're time travelers. I think that's the best way of describing it, because we're working with technology in the future, with which I've done all my career life, really. And I've also got to work behind, hence the name of my planet, Oasis Memories, because I've got to work in the historic side of this in order to make the future work as well. I've got to. There's no two ways about it. Okay. So those members that are with us this evening, please, please, please don't think you'll be left behind. You won't. The only requirement we need from you is to put your hand up or to post and say, I'm lost, or I need a little bit of assistance. And that's all we ask from you. We need a description of the problem you're having so that we can help you. It's as simple as that. It really is. If you sit there and you don't speak, then we can't help. It's as simple as that. But we will do everything. We will move mountains to help you as members.
Yeah.
Is there anything in it for us? Yes. We wake up the next day with a smile on our faces, knowing that we can help. It's as simple as that. Because we want Dalversal Metaverse to work for you as well. Simple, isn't it, Winnie?
Yeah, I was just looking in the chat.
Right, what
Well,
have we
maybe
got
they're
in here?
responding. Yeah, I hope you still have in mind the community who never achieved nothing, cannot buy a package, but still on Zoom meetings till today. Well, yeah, this is what we
I hope you still
talking
have in
about.
mind the community who never achieved nothing cannot buy a package, but still on Zoom meetings till today. Right, absolutely. That is a good statement. That is a good statement, because something that I haven't found yet, but I am waiting for, and I know this is part of it because I've read it in the white paper and I've spoken to Jonah about this in the past. What is available for those members, and I do feel for these members that had only just joined Hypernation and they've maybe got 1,500 DU or DC in this case, and they can't do anything. Okay, we've been told about the lower packages, but we might have to wait for them. Okay, what in the meantime can they do? Okay, you could get a stone plot, you can earn a little bit a day. There's a little bit of mining to be done there. Excuse me, guys. To just start the ball rolling. But I still don't stop at that. I want more. And I want more. I want more opportunities for members in the metaverse. I want it to be exciting for me and you. Okay. So Jonah did speak to us when we had the town hall meeting, and he did mention that once the MySpace opens in the near future, there will be opportunities. I think there was some sort of game coming out
Yes.
where people could earn small amounts. Now, obviously, that's something similar to what they were thinking of doing with Hyperplanet. Okay, it won't be Hyperplanet, it'll be something else, but
I hope not.
it's a play as you earn game, so that those that, you know, where you log in, you get a free 10 tickets to play. The very fact that you're engaging creates value, and that value is passed to you. Okay, so that value you would be able to save up on a daily basis in order to what? Purchase a stone plot maybe in the future. Now, I was thinking of people that simply cannot afford to do anything. There is an opportunity for everyone. And this is something that I must admit the Bureau members look for as well. We don't just look at the people with money. It's not about that. It's about people's future. How can they do something? We've all been in that stage. I've been in that stage where I've had no money. I can't put anything on the platform, but I never gave up. I always looked and said, what can I do? Okay. That's the way we work, guys. That's the way we work. So if you've got the reassurance that there's some people, some members in the Bureau that are helping you guys, reach out to us, guys. Tell us what you're doing. Tell us what you would like, and let's see what we can do. Okay. And let's see what opportunities we can open. Let's see what doors we can open for you all. That's the way I look at it. Leon, can you not unmute yourself? No? Okay, you should be able to speak now.
Yeah. What I'd like to say that the other opportunity you have with the package. Remember, it could do one Hyperforce, one Hypernation. So individuals also could team up and say, okay, I get 2,000 Hyperverse and I get 3,000 Hypernation. You can put them together into one package and still get 5,000. You make sure that you're doing it to somebody that you know that you'll get your money back too, because then as it grows, you can split it up. I've done it with some of my downlines where they put two person combine the money to get come to the top, because some people's in Hypernation, some people's only in Hyperverse. So they put the two packages together and they get 5,000 and they're able to do that. So there's an option there too, you know what I mean? But remember, people get very funny with money, so therefore you got to make sure that you're dealing with the right people that you're doing things like that with. So that's another thing about that. Okay, so there's an option there also. Also, you could say, okay, I don't even go there. That's the next concept. So that's one option you have there also, to combine two packets from two individual combine the package and tap into that process to get the 5,000. Okay, so that's just one put out there.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, I've got VP Van Nykirk in the chat box now. I do believe I've maybe been speaking to this member in Telegram, if my memory serves me right. Please excuse me, guys. I speak to so many members in a day. A name just sticks out, and I think I've been speaking. I don't know. But it says if you have, say, 20,000 DC using 5,000 now for your pack A, can you buy another pack A once your first pack A gets to 100%? No. In a nutshell, no. But, okay, what we're looking at in the future is smaller packages. Okay, this is something that Jonah has already identified. Now let's look at the facts here. The TFA program is something that Dalversal has offered, okay, in return for our activity within Dalversal. Okay, they're looking for members. Simple as that. And our engagement strengthens that. So the more we engage, the more likelihood is that we'll get other opportunities in the future, like smaller packages. Okay, so this is something that the Bureau are trying to work with members to try and get them to understand that should we require something that's not on the table already, it doesn't mean that they won't do it, but what can we offer them? What can we give them in order for them to change their view? Because that's the way we work. We say, okay, guys, we need something now. We need you to help us. But what can we do for you guys? Well, Jonah's give us that. And he said, look, we need members. As simple as that. If anybody can come in and just have a look round, engage. And something that I will say is on Telegram and Discord, guys, if you, and this goes for people who have very little in the way of DC or anything like that, and you are not sure, that question's perfect. Put it in the public group, guys, and wait for a public answer. Don't go to DM, because then there's only you that knows the answer, nobody else. We want to be able to answer those questions in public so that many members get to know that there is a solution if only we take it. If only we look at it and say, well, that makes sense, really. If we help Dalversal, Dalversal will help us. Okay. So hopefully that'll get people on the right road to realizing the value of what we've got here. Now, can we say that that will work? Absolutely. Absolutely. Dalversal have already given us things in the past that we've asked for in return for our engagement. Okay. So let's, so hopefully, yeah, hopefully that's answered that one. Okay. And like I say, we are actively campaigning for that all the time, guys. So all I can say is actively campaign on joining us in the groups and chatting. Chat to us, ask us questions. There is nothing that we would consider as a silly question. That's something to understand. There are no silly questions. We all learn from somewhere. Okay, does it mean you cannot combine two accounts of Hyperverse? That's right. No, you can't do two Hyperverse. One from Hyperverse, one from Hypernation. Your two pendings can go together. Yeah, Deborah's. Yeah, Deborah. She's missing in action. I know she's in here somewhere. Thanks, General Kev. What can you then do with the 15,000 DC just sitting there? Well, like I explained, that, you know, okay, it might be just sitting there at the moment. We can take that and say, right, okay, it's just sitting there, but what are we going to do with the other side of the brain? We're going to remember it's just sitting there, but with the other side of the brain, we're going to say, okay, we know it's safe. What are we going to do to the platform? What can we do to the platform to help? Okay, I can tell you one thing that we can do to the platform. We can help others learn. Why? I'll let you into something. Okay, we are looking at the option, and it may well be working. We're looking at this. Okay, if the Bureau of Forefront identify people that literally stand out the box, they climb out the box, and they are extremely helpful and active in helping other people, we have the ability to nominate members to upgrade their TFA. How about that? This is what the Bureau are working towards. This is what the Bureau have said, hey, Dalversal, what are you going to let us do? We're going to bring you some members. We're going to help people to understand what the platform's about. So what are you going to let us do? I bet there's not one member in here that would say no to an upgrade to their TFA if they had the chance. They're the sort of things, guys, that the Bureau come up with. Ideas. And that's not the last one. We'll come up with loads of ideas in the future, because that's what brings value to the platform. That's what increases your TFA release. That's what gets you into the metaverse, and that's how you proceed into the future and enjoy this platform instead of remembering all the rubbish that we've had in the past. Okay. Have I just missed another question fly past, or was that my eyes playing up? It was my eyes playing up. You're all right, guys. So just bear in mind, guys, that the general and the Bureau members, we're brilliant at answering questions. Okay, we dedicate our time to the platform, but we're always proactive in coming up with new ideas. Not for us, for you. How can we improve your accounts? So what we need in return is what you're going to do to help Dalversal. Okay, and it's simple. Get active in the groups. Sorry, Winnie, have you raised your hand to... You can't unmute. Why can't you unmute?
I think because I'm not host, because I joined late.
Okay, you are now. That's
co-host
probably
now.
why. I thought you was co-host, but
Yeah,
okay, go ahead, Winnie.
Yeah, well, I just wanted to stress the value of everybody. That even if you don't have a TFA package, if you've got this far and you're on the Zoom and you're using a computer and you have some knowledge of crypto, you are way ahead of so many people. And and you are of immense value. Well, you are of immense value just because you exist. But aside from that, Dalversal have said to us, you are of immense value to them, and they want to increase the numbers, and they want happy people. So don't underestimate your value just by the fact that you're here and you know how to use a keyboard. And yeah, so that's what I wanted to say, really.
Is Sergeant Meng in the room?
I don't think so.
Have we got Sergeant Meng in the room?
I just need to add something, General Kev.
Yeah, sure, Deborah.
With the people who are less than the 5,000 in their asset balance on the DC, the one thing they are missing is that even though you have a smaller balance, which is less than the 5,000, it does not mean that the person or the member is not in the position to develop themselves in the scope of that land. Yes, they can start the land subscriptions. They can develop a land by inviting other members on board, and they are earning in that capacity. They are elevating with their land subscriptions. They are elevating with the general generative rewards. They are elevating with the incentives that are there in the system. All right. So eventually, when there is a solution for the smaller value, by then, this person would have accelerated already, meaning by the time they start their TFAs, whichever the amount is, that person will quicker finish their specific TFA of that specific amount in a shorter space of time. It won't be as if they are starting from scratch. Like if the smaller packages are started, for example, in December, it does not mean that that person will only be counting towards the 200 days at that specific time. So that person would have accumulated much to actually finish faster, their specific TFA, regardless of the amount that they are starting with. I think the people have been missing that out. And by that time, they would have earned money and withdrawn money from the system just through productivity of the land subscriptions.
Okay, Deborah, that's a really good point to bring to the table as well. Which, yeah, okay, we'll highlight the fact that the simplest way to put that then is, if you feel lost, if you are in that position and you think, well, it's all really confusing because there's so many opportunities, I really don't know which route to take, then come on the group and say, you know, I'm in this position, I don't know what will suit me, because what will suit you might not suit me. It might suit Winnie, or it might not suit Jay. Do you know what I mean? So if you want a bit of advice, we can offer that advice. Again, we don't give financial advice, but we can give you your options of what is available from Dalversal. Then the choice is up to you. Okay. So yeah, Deborah, you're absolutely spot on with that. You know, the Dalversal are giving opportunities of different opportunities. Sorry, I got distracted then. There's something for everyone. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I get that. I was looking for Sergeant Meng because I wanted to bring something up that we'd noticed before. We was having a discussion before. I got called away this afternoon. I was busy online with Sergeant Meng, and we live in a shared accommodation here, and I got called away on some building work to the hotel. And before I got called away, I noticed, and we have this realization every now and then of how important the work that we are doing, and it sinks in. It's like, it really makes you sit down and think sometimes. Yeah. And what I want people to know is, because of what Winnie said a few minutes ago about the fact that the members that are here this evening watching this, even if they haven't got a planet or a plot of land or anything, the very fact that you're here means that you're quite a few steps ahead of quite a few people. And I'll give you the example of why I'm coming back to what Winnie said there. This morning, me and Sergeant Meng have witnessed at least 4 members within a group, an old group from one of the previous platforms, where members are starting to prick their ears up, open their eyes and say, did I see that Hyperverse is rolling again, or Hypernation is rolling again? Now, clearly we're giving them the facts and saying, well, no, not really, but what is happening is this. Those 4 members are now getting to the position of where you are now and saying, right, I need a Zoom. Where's the details? What's happening? Because we got told it had all collapsed. Okay. So what I'm saying, guys, is Winnie is absolutely right. You are miles ahead of some other people just by the simple fact that you're here tonight. Okay. But that does not mean that we're leaving them others behind. So that covers the whole array of people that we're helping that are way back. But I am over the moon that those 4 members in one day spoke within that group and said, is this right? Have I heard right that Hyperverse is rolling? That gives us the opportunity to put them right. Okay. Coach, you should be able to, but I don't know why. I've asked you to unmute, but I don't know why it won't let you.
I could unmute. I just want to lay you know attention there. What
Okay.
I'd like to add to that Kevin put on top of that is the fact that I mentioned to you guys all the time, you're the asset. So you being is not a divorce or hyphenation, none of that stuff. It's what you learn about a product, goods, or service is what make you put money in your pocket. See, if you don't, you could do real estate, but if you don't not know about real estate, you could lose money. You could buy gold. If you don't know about gold, you could lose money. It's what you learn about it is what makes you money. And being in this environment, you're learning, you're growing, because you're the primary asset, not Diversal, not Bitcoin, none of that stuff is not the asset. Those are just asset classes, things that you could learn to make money from. But your knowledge of it is going to determine if money go in your pocket or you lose money. That's the bottom line. So being here put you in a position to learn and grow. And your emotional state going to increase, your knowledge is going to increase, and you're going to start moving and doing things that you outside of here you wouldn't have been doing. And that's what's important. So remember, you're the primary asset. Everything is just asset class.
Absolutely. And looking at the time, Leon, we ought to take that as your last words. Is that okay? Yeah. I just realized we're nearly approaching the 2-hour mark. Winnie, would you like to give your last words, and then we'll go on to Jason and Deborah?
Wow, what can I add? I did have a metaphor, but I might keep that until later. Well, I was thinking I'll try and keep it short. I was thinking about value and the fact that for those who use MetaMask, you know, sometimes it looks like you can't find your tokens because they're not showing up. I was thinking that's like us. Our value is never lost. Sometimes we can't see it because we've lost the address and we can't remember it. But it's always there. It's not lost. And we just need help, and help is always at hand. Sometimes in the form of us. But anyway, that's a kind of metaphor. The token is love, and its value is limitless. That's where I was going to go. And we all have it. And
actually, thank you very much, Winnie, because you've just triggered off my next tutorial. And I'll tell you why. In MetaMask, right, the NFTs are going to be on the Ethereum mainnet, okay? When you purchase that NFT, you will be able to see that NFT within MetaMask, but it has to be activated in your settings. So I'll do a quick tutorial on how members can activate their settings in order to see that within MetaMask. So thank you for giving me more work. Over to you, Jason, for your last words, mate.
Thank you, everybody, for being here. It truly is an honor. Winnie, that was beautiful. Limitless value on the USDT of love. I think all I want to say is, you know, and we've talked about this before, the members of the Bureau, we're people from all across the globe, members just like you, members who, when things went wrong, yeah, we were frustrated. Yeah, we were sad, maybe even had moments of private devastation, but decided, you know what? There's got to be a way. There's got to be a way forward. Like Kev said, take a step back, walk away, go for a walk, come back, try again. That speaks to resilience. And each of you here are resilient. I mean, to be here after the road that we've all been on, whether you've got enough for a TFA yet or not, whether you've staked or not, have a planet or not, you are resilient. And even if you're having moments where you're sitting here going, wow, this information is overwhelming. I mean, I have those moments where I got to go to my Bureau brothers and sisters and say, can you boil this down for me? Because I'm not getting it. And the value of the Bureau is it mirrors the value of the greater community. We are, like Leon was saying, we are the assets. Your friends, your families, the fellow community members are assets too. And so don't be afraid to reach out, because we're all here stronger together. And for the longest time, the Bureau's message has been no one left behind. And, you know, if it were up to us, I think I'd be safe in saying, you know, it would be like, hey, everybody has a TFA plus and everybody's on board. But it's not entirely up to us, and Dalversal does have a business to run. But the thing is, the amount of success that we've seen already is mind-blowing. It's been more positive than anything we've seen in the last couple of years. And like General Kev said, even since the launch, keeping in mind that we're still in the phase where we're the beta testers and we're working the bugs out of the system, we've already had successes where we went to Dalversal and said, hey, this needs to be this way, or could we have this instead, or maybe this, and that so many of those requests have already been granted, but even the ones that weren't, they were receptive to say, let's take a look at that, maybe you're right, and then there was a conversation, there was a dialogue. And so there are no stupid questions. There's no silly ideas. You are the asset. So if you've got an idea or a question, bring it to the table and we will champion that cause. So
Thank you, Jason. Thank you. Okay, Deborah.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. That was well informative, a productive meeting. We all certainly benefited. We have learned so much. And we are looking forward to the launch on Tuesday. Yeah, on Tuesday, yes. So the week is going to be busy, but we should be, shifting into a positive mindset for us to blend accordingly to what DAO is trying to, pour out to the community, the global community. And thank you to Winnie, thank you to Coach Leon, thank you to Jay. Yeah, the input shared is valuable. We work as a team in a greater benefit of the community. And passion is what is driving this force, and the love, the unity. That is what people actually need. And the moral support as well, the moral support. So for this meeting tonight, we humbly thank you to everyone that attended, everybody that, made the exclusive encounter, to be here, to learn, to grasp the information. I think Jay pointed out that also it can be overwhelming. It can be overwhelming, but it's the natural effect of it. The world is changing and evolving, but we're blending, digesting, and absorbing along the way. Just a reminder, General Kev, the recording, it has to be retrieved tonight, and we can share it to the other members.
Yeah, it's on the cloud, so Ben should be able to get that and distribute it to all. So, okay, Deborah, thank you for that. Over to you, Ben, for your last words, and then I'll bring the meeting to a close, sir.
Thank you very much, General. Thank you very much. I will make sure that once the recording is ready, I will receive an email and I will distribute it to you, Leadership Deborah, and you will then distribute it accordingly. So best to say, once we get the recording, we can just cut out things that are not really much important and have a professional recording that, is short, straight, simple, and has got all the important points. At this stage of time, I just want to make an appeal to everybody to say, look, let's be on the lookout of the latest information regarding the MySpace thing. And I think I picked up something very important. I stand to be corrected there. In the next coming planet sales, it does look like you are not going to be in a position to buy a planet if you are not an elite. You're going to have to rank up to an elite so that you're in a position to buy a planet. So I'm appealing to all our community members to say, look, let's ready ourselves, prepare ourselves, make sure that we almost know everything. If you don't, reach out to someone next to you, and let's reduce the emotions and push up the intellectual side of ourselves so that we can manage to get the best out of what the Bureau is doing for us. Thank you very much, General.
Yeah, no problem there, King Ben. They have lowered the level of reaching that role of elite as well, so we can focus on that on Wednesday as well to help members understand a little bit clearer. Because like I've said before, small tutorials over and over again are the best way to learn, okay? And like King Ben said, if we're all elite, when they come to that next sale of planets, then we all win. It's a win-win situation. Okay, guys, it's been an absolutely fantastic evening. Thanks, General Kevin, everyone else. God bless. God bless all the members in the chat room and for attending this evening. I hope you've learned plenty. Look forward to seeing you again on Wednesday evening, same time, well, same time, same place at the proper time this time. General Kev will try and be on time, and we look forward to seeing you in the groups as well. So you take care, bless you all, and we'll see you all again soon. Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye,
Bye-bye.
everyone.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Thanks for coming.
Thank you, Leon. Bye.